how did CNN happen? You went there in 92. You must have been barely out of university.
That's correct. Graduated from Rhodes, end of 91. I went overseas to a sister's wedding in Chicago. And while I was there, I said, you know what, let me spend 6 months, see if I can get a job. Sent out probably 100 CVs, of which maybe I got 3 replies. One of them being CNN. I was in the right place at the right time. And the funny story is that when the head of CNN Sport at the time was a guy called Bill McPhail. And when he called me, after sending out 100 CVs and only getting the odd reply, you start becoming despondent. Not realizing that, the people are getting hundreds of CVs every day from around the world. And when Bill McPhail called me, I actually thought it was my brother-in-law playing a prank on me. So I said to him, listen, John, enough's enough. And Bill McPhail calls me from CNN. I said, John, enough's enough, really. I'm tired of your pranks and stuff. And the guy said to me, no, this is really Bill McPhail. Would you like to call me back on this 404 number, which was Atlanta? So I got quite a fright.
And you were still in Chicago?
I was still in Chicago. So he probably thought, who's this guy thinking that I'm a prankster? But it was amazing. Got an interview with CNN. And you must remember at that time, 1992, CNN International starting to become the big thing. The Gulf War had happened. CNN International. You're watching a war live on television for the first time.
And they were the first international network, huh?
Correct.
Yes.
And they needed international sports people. And on my CV, lucky I had journalism, plus the fact that I knew that I'd played cricket, soccer, rugby. I was a sports journalist, and I really was in the right place at the right time.
And what was it like, those next, 7, 8 years?
If I take it overall, incredible. It set me up for life. It taught me things about television that I knew nothing about. Graduating from Rhodes University, you learn. I had certain skills, but I certainly didn't have television skills. First 2 years, very difficult. They threw me in the deep end. Suddenly I was anchoring, presenting, writing, editing, because in those days the sports bulletins were all recorded, so you had to do everything yourself. Sure, I drowned. And
was it training school?
No, it was. For me, it was a hard training school, because you're going to millions of people around the world, and here I am, I know nothing about presenting. And I'll never forget, after about 5 or 6 months, they actually pulled me off air and said to me, look, we need to send you for some training. The Japanese people don't understand you. I mean, that was a good excuse. But I remember I went to the trainer, the presenting training, and the woman said to me, you're doing too much head dancing. So I was so giddy. There I was on television, bouncing up and down, thinking my mother was telling me how good I am. I was awful.